We have had so much trouble with the sheep. But I think we've got it sussed. Yeah, they've been getting in, and they've been getting into the paddock across the way too. And I rang the guy who owns the paddock here and said, you know, the sheep are getting out. And the guy only turned up today. Today's Sunday. And so here are some of the sheep. I'll just turn this around and show you. Here are some of the sheep right here. And everything is sealed up. There they are, aren't they? Aren't they wonderful? And right down the other end of the paddock, and I mean way down, way on down there, there's a hole in the fence that lets them into that paddock over there, where the long green is. Yeah, so that's the situation. So you look at it and you can see the difference between the paddocks. Our paddock here is almost, well, it's green. So it's like a sheep dying over here. Just point at them when they stop coughing. But anyway, it's one of those things. And right down there, see the house with the red roof, if you can just see that through the trees. It's down there. It's just below that where the paddock comes to a corner, and it doesn't quite mesh up. The cross fence doesn't mesh up with the fence going this way. And so there's a gap of about a foot, 12 inches. That's plenty. They just push through, and it's like two-way traffic into that paddock. We don't have that problem here anymore. We had a couple of holes, and what they've done with our fence is fairly old and a bit ad hoc, because it wasn't even put up by me. It was put up by the neighbour because they wanted to rent their paddock out for cattle. Cattle aren't a major problem, but sheep certainly are. Because if they can stick their head, if they can stick their head through these things, they can push, and actually the wire is so old it breaks. So what we've done to patch it is we've used this, and you can see that all of that's been broken through and the sheep has jumped through. And there's a couple of holes like that. There's a couple of holes like that here in this fence. All you can do is patch it up or replace the fence, which would cost thousands. And I'm not interested in that. I don't think many people would be. This fence is doing its job quite nicely. So that's the situation with the sheep. And they come up and have a look. There's not a lot to eat in this paddock at all. It's fairly dry. But you turn around and have a look at ours and you can see straight away that we've got a bit of green still. We do. And thereby hangs the tail. So anyway, they're aware of it, the boss is aware of it, and we've sealed up our fence, and hopefully there'll be no more sheep. He needs to get them out of here fairly quickly onto some green grass or actually bring them some food. Anyway, happy Sunday everyone. I hope you have a great weekend, or have had a great weekend, and we'll see what the coming week brings.